It's the place you go when you finish your show. We're your two best friends. Our names are Max and Ben. We're self-proclaimed television experts. It's Reality Alert. I quit. That's it. I quit. I can't solve this Monday Times crossword puzzle. I can't do it. Easiest of the week. I can't do it, Ben.
Yep.
It's a color that begins with B and ends in E. I can't do it. My air conditioner is set to the cold temperature. It's too cold for me.
Brown with an E. Brown.
Will Shortz is the Justin Booth of crosswords editors. That's what I have decided. I'm done.
He's the John Wilkes Booth of crossword.
Yeah, exactly. The Justin Wilkes Booth of crossword editors. Is that the nerdiest joke I've ever made on the podcast?
It can't be.
It can't be. Referencing Will Shortz, crossword editor of the New York Times. He's a legend. He's the GOAT.
Yeah.
He's the GOAT.
Yeah. The Knicks, the Times Square pizza. We get it.
Will Shortz.
We get it. You're from New York. All right. Relax.
He's a universe. He's the universal guy.
Relax.
Go Yankees.
Oh man, what a final, eh?
Oh my god.
What a clean
clear final. Yep.
Yes.
Once again, Ben goes out of his way to ruin an entire finale.
God, he just quit. He quit for friendship. He quit so Sarah could win.
Yeah, I was just going to say, why is this always happening? Ben goes out last second when he's on track to do well in the finale, and Sarah ends up winning. What's this trend here?
Yeah. Do you know that he actually did pussy out, though? Tyson revealed. He could have, he was given the option to sign a form that he could go against medical recommendation and keep competing, but then he would have had to pay for all medical bills. And Ben decided that he would rather take the safe route and not risk further damage to his shoulder and not compete in the final and he made a rational decision. Why would he do that?
Yeah.
How could he do that?
He could have hurt his shoulder putting the Sudoku numbers up on the board.
Yeah, that would have been, I get why they quit. It was a huge risk to keep doing that.
Yes.
Yeah. Apparently Ben was also upset that he had to be flown out in the plane because he already knew that he wasn't going to compete in the final.
I was wondering that too. I was like, why'd they fly him all the way out there?
I mean, they always do that because it's for TV. Like they want to show for the audience like TJ telling the person that they're not going to compete.
Yeah.
Like at the challenge. So whenever somebody is told that they medically cannot compete, they want to have TJ showing the person. So I'm guessing TJ was already on location. Were they in Patagonia? Was this where they were?
Yeah.
Patagonia.
Yeah. Yep.
So I think that TJ was probably there, or they thought it'd be more scenic. So they're like, Ben, we're going to fly you out and we have to show you walking away as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Amy says they needed the drone shot of him walking away.
Yeah.
Gotta have
That's just what happens. It's a TV show. Show, don't tell. The challenge is a very well-run, oiled machine. Nothing's done on the fly.
John Wilkes Booth has everything under control. It's okay.
Yes. There was. We have some tea this morning. Ben, are you ready? Or this afternoon? Are you ready?
I'm thirsty, Max. Give it to me.
There's a lot, but I'm going to try to skip around.
Spill it, and then I'll lap it up off the floor.
Reddit user RenXGade did a synopsis
cool name
of Tyson's podcast, which you don't need to listen to because you have our podcast, and
right, ours is better.
So just listen to all of our episodes again, and subscribe to our Patreon. That'd be a really good thing to
quote Enzo. The rich keep fucking getting richer, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, they can't get this fucking bird face over here, man.
Yeah.
Listen to my
podcast. Real piece of shit. You got a bird face.
Yeah, so check out patreon.com/reality alert. Good idea right there. Anyway, we got a great podcast here. Let's get into this. So Tyson did a podcast. The first thing that he mentioned was that there was a weird incident that came up where Ben went through the call logs on the FaceTime contraption that they have and accused Tyson of calling a business partner instead of his family. The first thing I want to say on this is, why does Ben give a fuck about Tyson's personal phone calls? Like, why would you care if somebody called their business partner instead of their family? How does that affect you?
Great question.
Ben gets into a tizzy about this. Apparently, Ben mixed up the name of Tyson's call, who was a BB Can player he met at some poker tournament, which is really funny. That's who Tyson was calling.
Why?
I don't know.
For strategy?
I have no fucking clue. With one of Justine's contacts, and started running around saying Tyson is lying about calling his family, so he can't be trusted in the game. Apparently, the house didn't believe Ben, and Justine cleared it up. But Ben was so stubborn about it, he didn't care, and the house was just really concerned that Ben was like calling, was looking through like the caller IDs, because like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah,
and that even Sarah apologized to Tyson and acknowledged that Ben had been the problem the whole time.
You would have thought Sarah would have been the one digging through call logs and information. Given
I
her
would have
background.
thought that she was just tapping the whole time.
Yeah, listening into everybody's phone calls.
But it's like we always get this nice edit of Ben, and we'd heard Tyson kind of saying that Ben and Sarah were shitheads the whole time, and you kind of get where this comes from.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Ben's a little unhinged, we hear about sometimes. This is really wild stuff, though. It's like, why were you going through this shit? And also, like, who cares if he called his business partner? Like, who cares?
Yeah. Who cares if he's calling other pickleballers and asking who's winning games? Come on.
Oh, I saw a comment on Reddit that called tennis boomer pickleball, and I just thought that was really funny.
That's hilarious. Tennis is chuggy now. It's chuggy.
Tennis is boomer pickleball. Pickleball is cool. Tennis isn't.
And soccer is boomer foosball, right?
Yes, exactly. They complained about how like they were woken up early, but then they left later. Sorry that your trip they left later than expected. The plane was really small, and Dom was getting claustrophobic, so the private jet was smaller than they wanted it to be. They didn't like that. Okay. Yeah, there was what?
Okay.
Sorry, the private jet was small, guys. Woo! I know.
The portions of caviar were too small.
Weren't you guys on Survivor? Like, I don't get this. This is that's what. All right.
The pilot was too small.
There are a lot of fucked up things that happened, and like people should be treated better. But I'm also like, this is the challenge. I'm like, you're on the challenge. Like it's all right. Whatever. Tyson. The first part was supposed to be a canoe part, and but then like the water was too choppy, so instead they had them swim. Because they would have been tipping out of their canoes anyway. And Tyson was very surprised that everybody was even willing to jump into the water.
Guys, the water's extra rough today. It's
really dangerous.
So we're just going to have you swim.
We're going to throw you in it.
By the way, Desi, you're partnered with Enzo. Good luck.
Apparently, he felt that the woman having to be by herself was really unfair. So he even said like when Desi was like had to be by herself, was going to have to quit because Enzo quit. He was like, maybe she should just duke it out with the other women, but they said that couldn't happen. So He said he tried to advocate for her. I mean, this is, by the way, I'm just going off of Reddit synopsis. I haven't had time to listen to the podcast, but this is just based on that synopsis. But that rule has been in the challenge forever, that if your partner quits, you have to quit. So this isn't like a new thing. And the challenge is often never fair. So, you know, them's the breaks. Just saying.
It's not Survivor, you know, it's not The Amazing Race, it's not even Big Brother, you know.
Also, game shows are not fair. Competition shows aren't fair. I can't, you know, it's not fair. I'm not saying it's a good rule, but you know, shit sucks sometimes, you know. There's a good chance she'll be able to come back too if they continue it. Desi was a good competitor, like, you know.
I'm just kind of surprised they didn't have other like contingency plans, you know, for in case the water was super choppy or in case one person got DQ'd because of an injury or something like that. You would think that maybe they'd have some more contingency plans for that in place.
I think COVID really made things a lot more difficult. Like,
that's the excuse for everything.
That is, but I think that like previously, like if Ben had been injured, they could have been like, okay, we'll have the possibility to like bring another male competitor back.
Leo. They would have brought back Leo.
Maybe.
No, they wouldn't.
No, I know. Or like someone like that, but because of quarantine rules,
yeah,
like, they couldn't have done it.
I think they could have been a little more creative. The whole COVID thing is just like, that's just, it seems like it's a very common excuse. Like, you know, they might as well have said, look, you guys, the whole world changed after 9/11. Okay. We can't.
The whole final was set up with like the algorithm and stuff. Like, what else were they gonna do? Like, it was a whole partnered final. Like the whole like you had the puzzles, you had everything. Like the whole final was set up to be done with partners.
And yet there were lots of people on their own. You know,
that's true. But I don't think you could have done everybody on their own. Because you didn't have enough.
I think you maybe could have. You just end up with like 1 point if you're last instead of 2.
I don't think they had enough props.
Okay, yeah.
But
that's why I'm saying contingency plan. You bring extras just in case. You do more just in case. You know?
Yeah. I don't think they think that way.
Yeah, I don't think they do either.
Yeah. I also don't think they care.
Yeah, so Amy makes a good point in the chat. Did they fly people who were eliminated back immediately? Like, could they have brought David back?
I think they just fly them out immediately. I don't think they give a shit.
Yeah. Yeah, David was probably gone by this point.
Yeah, you're just gone. They just fly you out.
Because it's not like Survivor where they want to keep everything hush hush and like have a producer escort them to a Ponderosa or on a vacation or something like that.
No, it's not like that. They fly you back immediately. Like on one season, so like everybody is sent home, and then it was a partner season. Everybody is about to go to the final, and then someone's partner basically sexually assaults somebody else. It's not I don't want to clarify how degrees of sexual assault, but it's not like it's not a rape. She just pokes his crotch. So I just want to say it wasn't like a rape situation, but it was she was just poking at his crotch area through his jeans.
Okay.
But I do want to say that is not, that is sexual assault. So
well, yes, yeah.
But I just wanted to, when you say that, you think like, oh my God, what did that person do? So I just wanted to clarify.
Yes,
she was kicked out, and then they were like, oh my God, well, we don't want to like have the final be short a person. So they found another woman who had left the show prior, and they quickly flew her out, and then she was just like in for the elimination before the final. But often, if your partner is kicked out or quits, you are just like gone. So they really just send people out immediately. Like, you're gone, you're back home. They're not like around.
Yeah. I'm really bummed for Desi, because I think we all felt like Desi would have gone really far in
Yeah.
this final. So it really sucks for her. It really does. And she tried everything. She tried to help Dom herself. She was like, or not Dom, Enzo herself. She was just begging and pleading with him. It's tragic. It's tough.
Yeah, them's the breaks. He says for the onion thing, people pretended to throw up the food only to spit out the food. Apparently they waited a really long time for Kayla, but she did pull it off. I saw another article. He said that he was like trying to pull the trigger to make himself throw up, and they said that he couldn't do that. You had to throw up. You had to throw up naturally.
Jesus Christ.
Which is funny because in like other seasons they had it, and he's like, where is that a rule? And they were like, it's in our heads. The rule's in our heads.
You would think he'd be a natural at that with his bird face and everything, right?
Yeah, I know. His regurgitation ability. Angela had 2/3 of the dirt as everyone else. I had heard it was half.
Interesting. Wow. Okay.
Yes.
That's still a lot for having half the amount of people.
Yeah, Dom and Sarah were the only people that were able to finish, and then production went up to Tyson and everyone else and stated that they've been up as long as them, and they're going to let Dom and Sarah finish while everyone else will place in the current ranking that they were without needing to shovel all of the dirt. Now, we also learned from a story that Sarah posted that on the sign, it said that there was like a bag or something beneath the dirt with like a code with like a pole. It wasn't just a dirt moving competition. And that on the sign, it said that you needed to move the black bag to move forward in the competition, right? To advance. So I think the reason that they think that Sarah says that Angela was disqualified was because she didn't follow the rules of the sign, which was you had to advance, you had to move the black bag. So because Angela just gave up without even trying to move the black bag, she was disqualified, which to me, honestly, makes sense. But that is coming from Sarah. But I think that will more...
It sucks. It would have been a great strategy if that's how it worked. You know,
yeah.
If you were allowed to do that, then she would have been well rested and tried to get first place on the last two legs.
Yeah. I think people say that like Justine didn't like. I think people are like, well, why was Justine able to time out? Well, it's like, well, Justine didn't stop trying, and also like, yeah, I mean, Justine didn't stop trying, and it was a similar thing. Like production probably had to move them to the next spot because they were running out of daylight, and it became a safety issue. This happens on finals a lot. They run out of daylight, and what happens is, they either say, hey, you're out of the final because we don't have enough light and it's unsafe, or they say like, hey, you're automatically in last place for this leg and we have to move you to the next one, like automatically. So that's generally what happens. They didn't say it. I haven't heard this said anywhere, but I mean, I think it's pretty clear. It was getting dark. They had to move them to the next place with light. That's why Justine timed out.
I still think it's all Ben's fault. It's all Ben's
fault. Do too. He also said for the thing with the decoder, this is the most egregious thing. He said for the thing with the decoder, him and Angela like added up all of their numbers right, and when they gave the sum, he knew the number, and production kept telling him that his number was wrong, and he had to argue with Justin Booth to his face, telling him that he got the number right, and he had to insist on his number getting right with production back and forth for a while. And production kept telling him his number was wrong until production finally admitted that his number was right.
So this is crazy. So they had a different number written down that they had gotten wrong when they tested out the challenge earlier. I'm guessing production did.
Production had the wrong number.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So they did the challenge wrong, and then Tyson did it right, and then told
the challenge did the challenge wrong. And they wanted Tyson and Angela to like run back, you know, because if you get it wrong, you have to like run back. Oh. And Tyson was like, luckily because it's Tyson, he's like, you know, a lot of other people would have been like, okay, I have to run back, and Tyson's like, I'm not running back.
So messy.
Because you know it's reality show math. It's very easy.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not running back.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Could you imagine Jeff Probst doing that?
No, no.
It's insane, right?
Yes. He says that with the Sudoku, all they told you was follow the pattern. They didn't explain how to do a Sudoku. So that's why, like, Dominic had never done one, Justine hadn't done one. I don't think Kayla had ever done one. So they didn't understand
That's
how to
crazy.
do a Sudoku. However,
Sudoku is less popular than I thought it is.
I know in 2004 and 2005, it was so big. I thought everybody learned how to do one.
I thought so too. Yeah.
I mean,
I
like
really
you and
did. I really did.
Ben and I, if you go to our Twitter, we actually, from someone on Reddit posted his one, and then I created a template and I shared it. If you go to our Twitter, you can actually do it. It took both Ben and I between like 15 to 20 minutes to do it. It's like a medium level difficulty to easy. It's not that hard. But if you don't know how to do Sudoku and all they say is follow the pattern,
it would be very difficult. Yeah.
They've done Sudokus on the challenge before, but they explained how to do Sudoku.
Much less in the freezing cold with bare hands, no gloves.
You
and
know?
then on top of that, you don't get to write in notes either. You know, you just have your tiles, right?
Yeah.
So you when I'm playing on my apps, I write in the little notes. You know, I don't know if you do that, Max, but I like to write in the notes and keep track.
Yes.
You can't do that.
I didn't need to, but on like a harder one, I would. Yeah.
Sure. Well, it's someone who's never done it before too.
Oh, definitely.
You really need that big time.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll get more into this in depth. Sarah was allowed to time out on that first puzzle.
Interesting.
I find it suspicious, Ben.
The multicolored puzzle, right?
Yes. She was eventually allowed to time out on that.
Huh.
I think in the Tyson's EW interview, he kind of indicated that he found it to be a little suspicious. The interviewer says, how did you feel knowing that there were timeouts on earlier checkpoints, but you weren't given that same option during the Sudoku? He says, it was very weird. How did you feel about it? He asked the interviewer. The person says, if I was in your position, I would be very upset because that's not consistent, and especially since it affects the outcome. Tyson says, like stealing almost, maybe? You know, Tyson says, the interviewer says, I wouldn't use that word, but it's definitely suspicious. Tyson says, yeah, that's how I felt. A lot of people on production came and apologized to me, some of them through tears, and were like, we're sorry. We know that was bad.
Wow. You know, there is a lot of challenge cast members from this season that have been sounding off on Twitter about the, I guess, sloppiness maybe of production.
I mean, it's just weird that you could time out on one puzzle and then not the next one.
Yeah.
It's a little weird.
It really does seem like they're winging it in a lot of scenarios.
It just seems weird that two people quit and then they were like, okay, Sarah, you can time out on this one. Like almost like they needed
a female winner.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean that's like a lot of and also like they had made it seem like there was going to be one, like you said, there was going to be one winner for $500,000, and they like kept reiterating that, and then like right around this time they were like, yeah, you're going to split it for $250,000.
Yeah,
and apparently
that's
Danny
also kind of fucked up.
Danny was particularly upset about this, Tyson said. And Danny had also been upset about twists on Survivor.
Yes.
So,
yes, poor Danny.
We'll have to hear what
Danny would have won $500,000.
Yeah, I want to hear what
he
Danny
was hands
has
down the
to
first
say
one
about that. We know that Danny doesn't like twists, and this is not a twist that Danny would prefer. Now, we do know that the challenge normally does split the pot, but they make it seem like they were really misled on this.
The cast has been sounding off on Twitter about that. James was talking about that on Twitter last night.
Yeah, Tyson,
I would have been pissed, he said, if I had found out at the end that it was split down, the prize was lowered. to 250.
Tyson makes it sound like they actually said to them, they were like, well, you guys, not as many people would have come out if we said that it was going to be split.
That's insane.
I know.
The fucking nerve to say that shit. Like,
I know.
well, would you have come?
Tyson says that he doesn't know for sure if Danny and Sarah are really going to be in the Challenge World Championships.
Wow. Because they're salty?
I don't know.
Wow.
We got to talk to Danny. We'll get Danny on here. Danny, you got to come on. We'll see. We'll talk to you soon. Okay.
And Kiki, of course.
And Keeks. And Zoe. We got to get Zoe on here. So yeah, that's what we have. So there's some
messy.
Yeah. So now you don't have to listen to Tyson.
Sheesh, man. This is just, you hate hearing it. You really do. You really do.
I mean, that tiny airplane.
Why is Ben always involved in last minute rule changes that
it's all Ben's fault?
It always changes the outcome of the game. It's a pattern with this guy.
Sarah always gets ahead because of it.
So obnoxious.
I know. Let's dig in. We get back at the compound and from the Enzo elimination, and everybody wants to win this next challenge, even the guys, because they care about who's going to be their partner in the final. They care. Everyone cares,
Yeah.
And Enzo's talking to Kayla, and he's like, yo, fuck this. We got to get Angela out of there. And, Kayla's like, we want Angela and Alyssa to go against each other. Will it happen?
Yeah. Enzo doesn't care about having a strong partner because he's going to bring anybody down with him anyways.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to sink this ship, okay? and he has a perspective on everybody.
Bunch of rats.
He's doing the Sarah
rats.
Yeah, bunch of rats.
Lots of birds, lots of rats. There's all sorts of.
Yeah, and we know that rats are his prey because
meow meow's here.
Meow meow's here. I'm gonna eat the rats, and I got to get cheese with mouse trap. I'm a cat. Get it?
Leo's at home stewing. That should have been me.
I'm the cat. Leo the lion.
I should have been the one eating all the rats.
I should have been the one that quit in the water. I'm the cat who quits because he can't swim.
You're right. Leo would have quit.
I would have quit in the water. I'm the one who can't do Sudoku. Angela tells Tyson that she hopes for a water challenge. Too bad you ruined it because you stayed on a fucking slide puzzle for like an hour and a half.
Yeah. She should have been asking for not a slide puzzle challenge.
Oh, got him! Oh,
that is savage.
I wasn't really trying to be.
Oh, that was. Oh my god! You got her. Dominic lets her know that Danny, this isn't a game just about you. It's your only alliance is the people you got back home. Do you think Danny's in an alliance with Kiki though, or more like he has to win, or Kiki will kill?
I think it's more like a hostage situation.
Yeah, it's a hostage situation.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I wasn't sure. Yeah.
I'm playing for my wife, Kiki. I'm playing for my daughter, Zoe. I want to make sure that being on the challenge is worth it when I get home.
Yeah, so you can get home.
Yeah. Ben looking through the call list. Who is Zoe, Danny? Is this your business partner?
Yeah, yeah. Let me talk to Zoe.
Is this a defensive end for the Cowboys?
What is it, Zoe from Sesame Street? You working for Sesame Street now? The only Zoe I know is a Muppet. You working with the Muppets now?
You getting advice from Kermit? Huh?
That's not fair. You can't be trusted in this game. I'm sending you into elimination.
Oh, goodness.
Yo, why are the cameras so bad in the video chat room?
They just didn't care, I guess.
Did they use video chat cameras to watch the people in the video chat room? I
You
think
would
this
think
was-
a booth would know a booth. You know, you think
Yeah.
a booth would know how to light a booth.
Exactly.
You would think.
This booth knows nothing.
Oh. It was nice to finally see Kiki on screen, though.
Finally.
Oh.
Kiki should have been giving confessionals the whole time.
It was crazy how Kiki came up on screen though with like the devil filter, and she was like, "You better win."
I don't think that was a filter.
Oh, okay. No. They're very sweet. Little Zoe's adorable.
Yes.
How could you not climb a mountain and win after talking
I
to
know.
little Zoe? You know,
Yes.
she's a sweetie.
She is a sweetie.
Cute
Uh,
stuff.
Dominic's like, we're having a night challenge coming up. We don't do challenge at night. It's called the daily challenge, not the nightly challenge. What's going on here? How? For some reason, he sounds like Christopher Walken now. I don't know. And they get put in a serial killer truck.
Yeah.
Nobody's complaining about the serial killer truck, only about the private plane that they were put into.
Yeah. They should have made it really scary. Put in like a bunch of rats in there or something like that, you know?
Bunch of rats.
Well, then Enzo would have just eaten them and everybody would have been
Yeah.
fine.
Meow meows here.
So stupid.
People's panic just like soothes me. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tyson liked the serial killer truck.
Yeah.
Do you think I thought that was
Tyson loves war. He loves terrorist attacks. It soothes him.
I thought that was how they normally transported them between challenges. They just threw them into a truck based on what we've heard about Justin Booth. I thought they just threw
Yeah.
them into a truck. I thought maybe they put them into cardboard boxes and shipped them
Yeah.
places.
Yeah. Blindfold them, gag them, tie their hands behind their back, play music at maximum volume in the back of the truck so that they can't hear anything.
Okay, Ben, is this torture or is it sexy? I'm not sure which way you're going with this.
That's up to you. And
There's a fine line, isn't there?
It's every person's different. Every
Damn,
person's
there's a
different.
fine line. I wasn't sure where you're going. I was like, is this where are we going?
It's up to you.
Yeah.
It's up to you. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Isn't it weird that everyone is like freaking out and then Enzo is like, the second we get in this truck, I know we're going swimming. I'm like, how did you know we're going swimming? He's like, yeah, we get in the truck and I just know we're going for a swim. I'm like, what? Yeah, whenever I go in a truck at night, I just know I'm going in the water. Okay. Okay.
Must have been like a kiddie pool back there, or a bunch of flippers or something. I don't know.
Everyone's deepest fears come alive in the truck, and he has to go into water. The challenge is getting tired, and TJ explains that they're gonna go and swim, and then go to a military complex and collect tires and something about tokens. Where are the tokens? I never saw tokens.
They're like, I think they were like on the ground in random places. I don't know.
I remember hearing about tokens like midway through the challenge, and then Angela and Tyson are like, maybe we should get tokens. I'm like, where are the fucking tokens? But
Yeah. Those are worth like 1 point, right?
I don't know.
I
was
think they
very
might.
confused.
They might have been. I don't know.
It is spooky.
It is spooky. TJ says it's spooky.
Yeah. I don't know how any of these guys got through this challenge alive. You know.
Yeah, they kept
It's a
talking.
very
about
scary place. I would have had a
zombies
heart
and stuff.
attack the second I got there.
Yeah,
Second I saw TJ's watching on the written on the wall, I would have croaked.
the second I saw Boo Bear written on the wall, I would have croaked. It said Boo Bear at one point. I was like, "Wow, Boo Bear! Is that a bear that says boo? That's scary shit."
It's a ghost bear.
What? You got brown bear, grizzly bears. Now you have Boo Bears.
Ghosts or ghouls and goblins I can handle, but Boo Bears, forget about it.
No way. Yeah. They dive into the water. It's interesting. Kayla gets stuck in the mud, or she can't climb up the rope. So Sarah takes her head out of her own ass, and then she sticks her head up Kayla's ass to help her up the wall.
That's true teamwork.
That's
The Fab 2 right there, huh?
that's a selfless person.
Yeah, it is. Sarah's so selfless.
Yeah.
I want to play a game.
Ooh.
Oh, whoa.
Whoa. Is that Mr.
Hey,
Jigsaw?
Jigsaw, yo.
Yo, is that Jigsaw, yo? He wants us to do slide puzzles to get tires, yo. I thought I was just gonna adjust them to get like points. Yo,
Yo, Jigsaw placed all these tokens on the ground, yo. We got to get these tokens.
these tokes.
Jigsaw made the pink tire worth the most, yo.
Yeah.
We got to get them pink tires.
There is only one key to open the device. It's in the stomach of your dead cellmate.
Whoa.
Whoa, TJ, Justin, what are you doing? Whoa.
Yo, I gotta get the key. It's inside of David, yo. Where's David's body at? Yo, I gotta get the key to the pink tire, yo.
Justin Wilkes Booth. My God.
Damn, yo, I gotta get the key from David's body. I'll do it from the streets, yo.
Why is it David? It's
Because David was his buddy. So that'd be his dead cellmate, and David got eliminated.
Of course, Jigsaw wouldn't even use David alive. He would just
David got Enzo killed David.
No.
Justine had an interesting strategy. She says she wants a high point tire, and then she grabs a 5.1. Do you think she was confused? What do you think was going on?
That was pretty weird.
Yeah.
Pretty weird. But hey, she didn't spend an hour and a half on a slide puzzle, so that's okay.
That's true. Enzo, he's starting to realize things about himself.
I'm not Mike Phelps.
Oh, I was starting to think he was Mike Phelps with that arm span,
Right.
the height, the swimming ability, the bong
The-
rips,
The insurance adjusting.
the DUIs. So I don't know a lot about Mike Phelps. The gold medals.
Yeah, I mean, usually that's the first thing people say is, he's an Olympic gold medalist.
That was obvious. I think he coaches at Arizona State. Commercials.
Yeah.
Yeah. The slide puzzle. Why didn't she shouldn't have taken Tyson's advice, and she should have left when she thought that she should have.
Yeah.
Really poor decision making from Angela this 2-hour episode.
Really was. I'm surprised Angela's not good with a little slide puzzle. I don't know.
Yeah.
Those things are pretty easy.
Yeah, I know.
She would not do well on Survivor. I'm realizing.
No, but also just give up.
Yeah.
You gave up earlier. Why don't you give up now? She needs to know when to quit her battles.
Yeah.
Maybe this is why she gave up later. She was like, I didn't give up on a slide puzzle. I should give up on the dirt.
Yeah, she learned her lesson, and then
She
learned another lesson.
Yes. Well,
Oh.
now she'll only succeed in life.
Yep. That's what the challenge does. It helps people succeed.
Ben falls and crashes his shoulder. He crushes his shoulder.
Yeah. He got real excited about getting a tire, and then he fell off. Yeah. It's like the equivalent of running into a glass door.
Yeah. I've done that before.
Run into a glass door?
Yeah, have you never done that?
Oh, have you really?
As a child, I didn't see it.
Did you break it?
No.
Oh, okay.
I think I more so walked into it.
Oh,
Didn't know it was there. It was very clean.
the story's getting more and more boring by the second.
Oh, okay. I'm saying it's understandable.
You and Ben are so much alike.
Wow. Wow. That was really mean. Oh, let's get to the results. Dominic and Tyson win. There's no tiebreak. What is this bullshit? Why couldn't have been the quickest person to get to the 52 points?
They wanted to have a 2 out of 3 scenario because they knew that Sarah and Tyson would be on opposite ends. That's
Yeah.
what I think.
It's stupid.
Because they don't have a. We don't know what the tiebreaker is for that. We really don't.
Yeah, it should have been the quickest person to 52 points. Pretty easy tiebreaker.
Yep.
Tyson is really pissed that they tied. He does say the rich get richer, and Sarah wins her first individual challenge ever. Meh.
What a badass!
What a badass. And Angela loses. This is a pretty cool challenge, though. I liked it. It was interesting.
fun. Yeah.
It was fun.
Nightly challenge.
Back at the compound, Sarah seems pretty confident that she's going to send Alyssa into elimination. She thinks she can. She thinks she can swing it. I guess she probably knows that Dominic has a good relationship with Kayla,
Yeah.
which he
Yeah.
does.
Well, and maybe she knows she could just get into Dom's head very easily by saying that Tyson's the guy who's in control of everything, and you could never be in control. You're always in the back seat, Dom.
Yeah.
Have you
Mr.
ever considered
Bates.
driving, Dom?
Yeah.
Huh?
I'll let
What
you
did-
ride
What did
shotgun
being
in
a
my cop
passenger?
car.
What did being a passenger get you on Survivor? It got you second place to Wendell.
Yeah. Come on.
Tyson is Wendell.
Now let's head to Tyson's office. Wouldn't you like it to be your office? Hmm? Hmm?
He really it's funny how quick he did fall for that though. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's like yeah, I'm not gonna be Tyson's passenger in this. It's like, okay, but now you're just being Sarah's passenger.
Yeah.
A real flex for Dom would have been to put up another name, right?
Yeah. I mean, in the end, I don't think it really mattered particularly for Dom who went to the end.
It doesn't, but he did sound a little green with envy
Yes.
in his confessionals.
He did have a particularly good relationship with Kayla.
Yeah.
More than Alyssa, though, I will say.
Yeah, yeah. When he had said the thing about with Alyssa, it was just a little too late with their bonding. I understood that.
And then it was like he won the car challenge with Kayla, and she reminded him of his wife. You know, it all made sense.
right. Alyssa didn't remind him of his wife. So
Yeah, so that was really. She said Alyssa said she wanted to be a strategic mastermind, and it's like, well, you can't be if you don't remind Dominic of his wife. So
yeah,
you fucked up.
you should have started talking about your kids back home and all that stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, and you should have been in the car challenge with him and given him clear, concise backseat driving directions. Angela says she wants to go against Kayla. Just Kayla, right? Not Alyssa, right?
yeah.
And Sarah says Alyssa had the worst performance yesterday, and Angela's like, "Well, look at the whole thing, okay? Look at the history of the challenges."
Well, and Tyson reminds her, he's like, well, Kayla also had a pretty bad performance too.
Yeah,
if it weren't for you helping her. Yeah.
Yeah. And Dominic's like, relationships aside, what do you think you'd do? And Angela, she quits. She quits the conversation, just like everybody does in this episode. They're all a bunch of quitters, Ben.
According to Sarah, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
if it had been Sarah that had run out of that office, it would have just been that she timed out, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
What do you think about this move of Angela walking away?
I mean, it's not like she didn't say anything. She said all that needed to be said.
Yeah, I know it didn't matter.
And then she stepped out. And then Sarah tried to make it into this whole thing of she just doesn't try. She just doesn't try. She's a quitter. She'll never succeed. She's not a badass.
Like she'll never be successful. I'm like, have you seen her diamonds? She's obviously successful. They're all real. They're real diamonds.
She'll never be a successful homicide detective like me. Ever.
Yes. Yeah, it obviously just didn't matter. You guys were going to decide what you were going to do. She couldn't convince you differently.
I thought it was totally fine. I thought it was totally fine.
Talk to Dominic individually because she wasn't going to convince you of anything.
It's true. And to be fair to Angela, it's probably tough to stay in the same room as Sarah for longer than like 10 minutes.
Yeah, 10 seconds.
Yeah, 10 seconds. You're right.
Yeah. Alyssa talks to Dominic and is like, I have a lot of mental toughness. I've never lost a challenge. I never should have been thrown there. I'm just like your wife, but I'm too much like your wife that she'll be mad about this, but a lot like her. I know I can be like your wife if you just give me one more chance. But then something very important happens, Ben.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Angela. Happy birthday to you.
Hey.
Happy birthday, Angela! For Ben, Max, and Tai.
We signed that card that Tyler had.
I'm a little concerned. Why have they been engaged for a year and a half and nothing has happened yet?
Good question.
What are they waiting for? Is there trouble at home? They don't seem happy.
Question. It's a good question.
Maybe
Maybe they're waiting for the next cookbook release.
that's probably it. Okay, I'm relieved now. Yeah,
It's got to be it.
they probably have the rings on order for some giant diamonds or something to
Yeah,
craft it out of pure. The band is made out of diamond.
probably.
Stuff
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. Yeah, I tried to tell what was going on in the shop, but the camera was too shitty. I couldn't really pay attention. It was too grainy.
Really was not the best. It really
No. Yeah. So Dominic is going to be in power because Sarah wants Dominic to be in the front seat with her and Tyson to ride in the back of the paddy wagon. And we know that Dominic is going to make that game deciding decision at elimination.
Yeah.
TJ's wearing a Canadian tuxedo at elimination. What did you think of this stylistic move from TJ?
Looked amazing.
He looks great. He really pulls it up. I don't think he's Canadian.
You're so gorgeous, TJ.
Tuxedo. I thought you were Canadian.
Julie. I mean, TJ.
So they throw Alyssa in, and Dominic says that he feels that Kayla can swim, run, and she's good at puzzles. Why do they think that Kayla is good at puzzles just because she's quirky? It's not true.
We've been over this so many times this
I know.
season.
She's never-
She's every time they pick her for trivia or puzzles, and she's not that great at them.
I know. Just because you're dorky doesn't mean that you're good at puzzles. Okay, Dominic, you're kind of good at puzzles. Are you dorky? No.
Yeah.
Okay. It's just insane.
I heard Dom say too, he was like, oh, and Kayla, she's just so good at like eating onions and garlic. So if there's an onion eating challenge, I want to be partnered with her.
It's just ridiculous.
Have you seen all those onions she's cooking up in the kitchen 24/7?
He really had me until the puzzle and onion thing too. I was like, these are all good reasons. And then, yeah. Well, this was a perfectly matched pole wrestling that we had on here. The second we went into it, I was like, "Woo, these girls it's gonna be a long night of pole wrestling here. We're gonna go all 3 rounds."
The second Alyssa says, my strategy is, I guess, just defense. I was like, oh no, this is going to be really bad.
Yeah, I love when Angela's like, "I'm just gonna make this last as short as possible, short and sweet." I was like, "Yeah, Alyssa's like on her."
Give
I
her
mean,
mercy.
Angela is I mean, they are both very, very thin, and fit. But Angela is twice her size.
Proper fit, love.
Proper fit, love. But Angela's twice her size.
Yeah.
And she was picking up the pole with Alyssa hanging onto it.
This was like the hall brawl with Enzo and
Yes.
yeah, it was very unevenly matched.
Yeah, it just is how the cookie crumbles sometimes.
Oh, poor Alyssa.
Yep.
She fought hard.
Which is what happens to Alyssa. She was the last one out before the cookout was remaining, and now she's the last one out before the final. So
Xavier and Tiffany are at home applauding.
yes,
On their couches.
now is she going to want revenge on the final 10 of the Challenge USA? Is that going to be her thing this time?
Season 2, that's what's going to happen.
Yes. TJ was really, really funny here.
Well, Angela, it's all your fault. She's out of here.
Stop. You're gonna make me cry again.
I know, and that's what I'm trying to do.
It's working.
She's gone. For good.
For good.
For good. You're all going to have to find a key in her body.
We
Get
buried
on
her
a
out back.
private plane.
We buried her somewhere on Patagonia. The key is
Yes.
in her body.
The liquor on the private plane isn't top shelf.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Ben goes to get his shoulder checked out, but to us it seems okay. You know,
He said he has a huge bump on his shoulder.
a huge bump. Walk it off.
Yeah.
Isn't that just your shoulder blade? I have a bump on my shoulder. It's a shoulder blade.
Do they have actual doctors for the challenge? Because this doctor just said, "Oh, it's a huge bump."
His name is Dr. Booth, I believe. Yeah, you got a booth. You got a bump.
He did get his doctorate in reality TV studies.
Yes.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, on the plane, this tragic plane that they were on. Woof. Everybody seems excited. Dominic says that he wants to do it not just for his family, but for, say it with me, Ben, the New York crowd.
Go Yankees.
Let's go, New York crowd. Ooh, 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 ooh. Hey, he's challenging here, everybody. Hey.
Hey, relax. Okay, relax.
Hey, I'm challenging here.
Max, you gotta chill.
Don't be jealous because nobody was doing it for the Colorado crowd.
Why wasn't anybody doing it for the
I was
Colorado
saying,
crowd?
I'm doing it for the Colorado crowd.
At this point, I would have taken the Utah crowd from Tyson. Since we're adjacent.
Yes.
We're adjacent state. I'd have taken that. If he could have just said, "I'm doing it for the Western United States or the Rocky Mountain region," I would have been thrilled.
Doesn't have the same ring to it, does it?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Yeah, I'm doing it for the Rocky Mountain region. Like, oh, that's a mouthful. That'd be pretty sick. Yeah, I'm just doing it for all the people of the Rocky Mountain region. Okay, that's a little. Who paid you to say that? The Rocky Mountain Tourism Bureau.
It was Reality Alert. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry, Max. I dipped into the old
Yeah.
funds.
we didn't pay them to say Reality Alert. We paid them to say Rocky Mountain region.
That's right. Mile high, baby.
Let's go. Desi said that she watched the challenge when she was 11, and now she wants to inspire other 11-year-olds watching the challenge. She shouldn't have been watching the challenge when she was 11. It's very inappropriate.
Very inappropriate.
Very inappropriate. I mean, I definitely watched worse, but I shouldn't have been watching that stuff either.
It ages you quickly.
It ages you quickly, the challenge. So Ben gets pulled from the final. He quits. It's a quit. He could have continued. He just would have had to, risk ever using his shoulder again, have to pay massive medical bills, but he quit.
Yeah.
As knew he would.
One of many.
Yes.
One of many quitters this episode.
Justine's parents lived through the Rwandan genocide. Holy shit. So I wish he would have won.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Too bad she quit.
It's a bummer.
Yeah. The algorithm is back. Our good friend Algorithm. He comes back to save the day. We like that.
He lives.
Yes. I like that it's like a crank making it seem like it's randomized, but clearly like it couldn't be because it has to be like different each round. So clearly he was cranking and then they were like setting it each time the next time.
Yeah. Masterful from the project.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the first time it's Danny and Kayla, she's stoked, Dominic and Angela, Tyson, Justine, and Enzo and Desi, and then Sarah alone. They learn that they must swim to the shoreline and solve a puzzle, and immediately Enzo, he's not feeling it.
Enzo. Enzo, what's the matter? Enzo.
I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna fucking quit, yo. I'm from the streets, not the waves, not the ice, not the water. I'm from the streets, yo.
It's so upsetting. It's so upsetting.
No, he's not from the water. He's not a merman. He's a fucking insurance adjuster.
You know how many people die in the water, yo?
Nobody dies on land, yo. When do we get to go inside the Big Brother house, yo? When do I get to turn the house upside down, yo? When's the next elimination? Yeah, I like how Desi's like, at least I'm getting Enzo out of the way. And me and Maria looked at each other. We were like, but this is like the absolute worst thing you could have Enzo at. Like, this is not good.
Yep.
Like, at all. Like, he's not completely useless. Like, he would have been fine at like everything else.
Yeah.
I think.
And this isn't just any ordinary swimming challenge. It's the hardest swimming challenge.
This seems really hard.
Yeah.
If you can't swim.
Way further distance wise, and the water's super choppy.
And it's freezing. So you
And
can't like
freezing.
breathe.
Yeah.
Like, I felt bad for him.
Yeah.
Like, if you really can't swim and then you have to do like the hardest swim you've ever done and you can't breathe properly, yeah, he probably just had a panic attack and had to quit. Like, I was like, all right, well.
I didn't feel too bad for him, if I can be honest. He should have taken some swimming classes before he came out. You know.
Yeah.
Come on, you're coming on to the challenge.
He said
Learn
that
how
he
to
thought
swim.
he could swim.
He thought wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe just go to the rec center nearby and try once before you go out.
Yeah,
You know.
that's true. He should have been better at swimming.
Yeah.
It's very good that Cachet didn't make it this far.
Oh my God, could you imagine?
What would Cachet have done?
I don't know. Hop on the back of their partner, I guess. That's what Leo would have done.
Well, that's the thing. Like Desi tried to help him, but he like wouldn't let her. But I think he was just freaking out too much at that point.
Yeah. Yep.
Because he was like, "No, don't come near me."
Yeah. He was like, "Don't touch me." He was having a panic attack, sort of. I think.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Something like that.
Well, poor Desi. But that's where the cookie crumbles. Hopefully, she can compete again if she wants to.
They should let her. They really should. If she wants to. Yeah, like you said.
Yeah, but if it happens again, we'll see.
If they put her on another show and Enzo's on, how pissed is she gonna be?
I hope Enzo's on again. The dude was hilarious. We need 45-year-old Enzo. Put him on the main challenge. Let's go.
Yeah, please.
I was thinking like this is a slide puzzle, so Survivor should have this in the bag, and Tyson gets there first, and he's just he's doing the backstroke, and Justina's just holding his legs.
Hey, I'm all for it.
I know, and I was like, yeah, you should solve this first, but I think Danny and Kayla get it first, and they get 5 points. And we get our
Danny
second.
came out of the gate ready to go. Like he's crushing it in these first two challenges, especially.
I think at one point Dominic is like, was he just saving all of his energy the whole time just to win the final? What was he doing? Maybe that's a strategy.
If Kiki knew I was at the final, she would tell me there ain't no second place. She knows the motto: win or die trying.
Well, there is no second place because everybody else quits, so that's accurate. There's just one place. There's winner.
I think he added the word trying, don't you?
What do you mean?
Play it again.
If Kiki knew I was at the final, she would tell me there ain't no second place. She knows the motto: win or die trying.
Yeah. Win or die. Yep. That's the true. Win or die. I like that. Oh, Sarah got it second by herself.
Pretty obnoxious. Pretty annoying.
Hey, I gotta tip my hat to Sarah a little bit.
I don't.
She did a good job.
No.
Justina Tyson got third, and Angela Dominic got second. Got fourth. Well, we know Angela sucks at slide puzzles, so she probably just interfered.
Yeah. They got to it a little later too than the rest of the group.
Yeah.
So.
At least they got there, unlike Enzo and Desi. I don't know what those two were doing. They didn't even make it there.
Yeah.
This next one was exciting. As they're running here, I mean, there's cows, Ben. Cows.
I wondered if you were gonna.
What?
We're slowly building up our repertoire of farm animal sound bites. Get the ponies in there too, Max. Let's hear it.
We're gonna have all of Old McDonald pretty soon. Oh, that's amazing.
You got any chickens or goats in there? Or
No, that's all we got.
still
so
have to
far.
add it.
Oh, but I have my little goat toy here, so
Perfect.
the screaming goat toy, so we're good.
Were those wild cows? They must have been wild, right?
Yes, wild cows.
There's wild cows all over Patagonia. I think.
Yeah, that's what we know.
Pretty cool. If you ask me.
Yeah. So, I gotta say, as far as gross eating competitions go on the challenge, I don't know how bad eating a raw onion is.
Ugh. I don't like onions to begin with, so I wouldn't have lasted 2
I
seconds.
don't like onions.
I'm actually allergic.
You're allergic to onions.
I am. I get really bad stomach aches and gas
Oh.
when I eat onions.
That sucks.
It's terrible.
You like the taste of them.
They're all right. They're all right.
That sucks. They create a lot of flavor.
I know.
Well, you'd have a lot of fun with this challenge.
I would have so much fun with it. I'd be like Dom, farting every step afterwards.
I have a question.
Is this vegan?
Are onions vegan?
Yeah, they're vegetables.
They didn't answer this for us. I'm still wondering, are onions vegan? I guess we'll never know. They didn't answer it for us. So
I also like that Dom thinks in his mind that being vegan means you're slicing and cutting up your food. Like that's a synonymous with being vegan.
yes.
He's like Angela, she's over there doing her vegan thing, cutting up her vegetables and slicing them, and he's like, that's a vegan thing?
Yeah,
cutting
being
up
all
your food?
proper and vegan and shit.
I'm from New York. We eat our onions like apples out there.
I'm doing like taking a bite of the big apple, the big onion, baby. Yeah.
Could have used a little more gabagool, but
Yeah.
it had to do. We got onions bigger in New York than they do anywhere else in the world, baby.
Joe DiMaggio used to eat 3 raw onions a day. I'm doing it for him. Hey. Lots of puking, a challenge final tradition. Love the puke. And what was it? Garlic water they had to drink with it?
That's disgusting.
And Angela was like, the garlic water will like break down the onion and blah 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 fucking blah. She had like
She's done this before. She's done this before many times.
science. Yeah, because I think vegans have to eat onions raw, otherwise they're not vegan.
You're right. Yeah.
Is that what it is? That's what she was asking if it was vegan.
Vegans only eat onions and garlic. That's the vegan diet.
So Danny and Angela finished first. Danny just fucking maybe it's an NFL thing. They eat onions raw.
Probably.
Yeah. Kayla sucks at this. At a point, I think she might not be able to do it. She said she preferred the maggot cheese on Amazing Race. I gotta say, I watched the maggot cheese. They didn't have to eat that much of it. It didn't look that bad.
Yeah.
It's like a delicacy. She's miserable though. She really. I thought she might quit. People have quit on gross eating challenges, or sometimes they time out. But she wasn't going to get that option. This challenge seemed to.
But she got injured during this. Max.
She got injured.
She had a serious injury from this acid reflux.
Yeah, it's bad.
She got acid reflux. Max.
No Pepsid. Okay.
They didn't give her omeprazole, Pepsid, none of that stuff.
I know, dude. It's fucked up.
It's really fucked up.
She's like, my body's rejecting it. I'm like, yeah, it's a raw onion. It's going. Your body's not going to be like, give me the onion. This challenge was so easy. I am surprised everybody got it first try though, because they're reality TV contestants.
Yeah. I'm surprised Tyson had to ask what 6 times 8 was.
I know. I was like 48. Long time since your times tables, Tyson.
It's like, Tyson, your kids are at an age where they're learning these times tables, right? Like,
are they? How old are they?
I don't know. Aren't they?
I don't know if they're in the third grade.
They're not in 3rd grade, are they? No.
No.
They're a little younger than that.
But still, come on. I don't think
he'll learn his times tables again.
Yeah, he'll relearn them.
Yeah.
Maybe Utah school systems, they don't teach times tables.
I think he's in Arizona now.
Maybe when he was in Utah, they didn't learn times tables.
That's true.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Angela and Danny first, Tyson and Sarah second, Dominic and Justine third, and Kayla, she eventually finishes it out. Apparently they had to wait a really long time, and like they weren't good at telling them like what clothing to wear in between the different phases. So some of them were getting really cold and some of them were getting really hot while waiting for Kayla.
Jesus.
I know.
Messy.
But then, like, couldn't some of them who were too warm, like, delayer and then give their clothes to the people that were too cold?
Nah, man. That's the challenge, baby. That's how it goes.
Really, like, they could easily figure that out. You could all even out. What's the problem here? Bunch of complainers. It's the challenge. It's your final day. You're competing for $250,000. Aren't these the people that went on Survivor?
Some of them. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That being said, you should treat people like human beings. Okay. This is the decoder thing that was all fucked up. Yeah, Justine times out. Everyone seems fine. I feel like the yada yada this one.
Yeah. Definitely.
It was like whatever. So this is where we get to the dirt thing. We had some funny perspectives on this.
This is what I do. I'm in construction.
I don't do landscaping. I pay somebody to do it.
I don't know how to shovel dirt at all. There's no.
Hey, I'm in the second camp. I'd be like, I have to shovel dirt. I've avoided this my whole life. I've avoided manual labor my whole life, and now you're going to make me do it? Oh my God. Can't I go sleep in the tent like Angela, please? Please?
Angela had the right idea.
She had the right idea. She really did, but you can't skate on by in life.
Do I shovel dirt or do I sleep? What do I do?
I mean, usually I think sleeping is the right idea, but
think so too. Yeah.
it is. But you know, it's hard.
It's worth $250K for sure.
Definitely. It's hard when
A
you're
good night's
going up.
sleep, you can't beat it.
It's hard when you're going up against
I am a construction supervisor.
I mean, you're going up against construction supervisor. You think it'd be funny if Dominic was like, I don't shovel the dirt, I supervise the dirt shoveler. Like, Sarah, shovel. I'm gonna sleep, but I'll supervise you.
Shovel harder, shovel faster.
Yes.
Don't forget, I'm repping New York here.
My fingers are now manicured. I can't shovel the dirt. I love how everyone's really pissed that Angela's not doing it. Kayla's like, I'm not getting my taste buds back. I ate a whole onion. I'm like, all you did was eat a fucking onion. That's a lot different than shoveling a whole dirt pile by yourself.
Max, she has acid reflux. It's a miracle she didn't quit.
I'd eat a whole onion by my whole self, and you're gonna not shovel the dirt pile? You quitter.
I don't understand. Aren't they happy that she's quitting? I don't.
Yeah, I know. It's like she's automatically taking, but I guess, like, I know, like, what's the difference?
Yeah.
Well, I guess because now she gets to be rested.
So that just means they're jealous of her strategy then? I don't.
Yeah, I don't know. But
why are they upset at all in any way?
yeah, she lost. What's the problem?
Christ.
Yeah, so TJ wakes them up, and it smells bad, probably because it smells like onion fart. And Angela gets DQ'd.
Dom was hotboxing that tent, man.
Yeah, Dom was smoking that OG Kush, dude.
Yeah, I heard them throughout the night going, Goldberg. Dom is Goldberg.
Yeah. Mighty Ducks reference?
Yes.
Yeah. So Tyson is really confident in the morning. Very confident.
I'm feeling very confident. I am going to crush these people's soul.
You're going to crush our soul because you're going to quit and you're going to ruin all our impressions of you, and we're going to lose all respect for you as a human being. So,
oh my God, did you?
Yeah, I don't respect him anymore.
Terrible. Wow.
He's a quitter.
You never quit a Sudoku. Ever.
Never.
You can't just leave spaces open.
No. 1 through 9, baby. 1 through 9. Danny's dealing with cramps, and Tyson is running. Danny's walking.
Yeah. Tyson, I thought he had it in the bag. I really did. What would have happened if they had tied? What would have happened if Tyson got the Sudoku done and got up to the top?
Tyson would have won because he was ahead in points, I believe.
I thought Tyson was 1 point down from Danny.
Was he?
Yeah. Oh, but isn't the last leg worth like double or something?
Yes.
So,
if
Tyson would have won. Yeah.
if Tyson had gotten there first,
Yeah.
he would have
He would
won.
have won. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you have this whole section where Tyson's like, this is like a really nice jog and stuff like that. He's like, this is really easy. And Danny's like, this is so hard. And Tyson's like, this reminds me of being back home. And he's like, I go on, like, he's like, I've ran ultra marathons. I've like this. I've gone Survivor. He's like, this is what I do for fun. This is the easiest thing I've done in my life. And then he just 5 minutes later quits the show. It was one of the most perplexing things I've watched in my entire life, Ben.
So confusing. At first, I was feeling that Rocky Mountain region pride, Max, because I was like, Tyson from Utah, from the Rocky Mountain region, he's crushing it, and he's showing that a 7,000 foot peak is nothing, baby. We deal with 14ers in the Rocky Mountain region.
Yeah, you
14ers.
You go on trail runs all the time in the snow. You run up to mountain peaks and do
right.
Sudokus all the time, Ben.
Me specifically.
Yes.
Yeah. No, but this was like, it felt like this was Tyson's element. A snowy mountain hike. That felt like it was a Tyson thing that he would do really well at, and he did, but this goddamn Sudoku at the top really screwed him.
When he started asking the other people how they were doing, I was like, a real competitor doesn't even pay attention to what other people are doing, you know? And he starts asking them how they're doing and how they're feeling. I'm like, is he trying to get in their heads? Like, why is he asking them how they're feeling and stuff? Like this is a joke, right?
He's seeing it all. He's seeing the wind slip away from him slowly.
But it's Tyson.
I know.
I mean, I'm just doing my thought process. I was like, why is Tyson asking them? I think what confuses me though is we knew that Tyson knew that he lost to Danny, right?
Yes.
So him quitting made sense. He already has a lot of money, blah blah blah. But for Kayla and Justine, I feel like I would just stand there because Sarah is, for what we know, at least in the timeline we were shown, is still down the mountain and hasn't come back up yet, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So why would you quit?
Tyson's quitting makes a lot more sense than Justine and Kayla's, for sure. The problem is we did see this tweet from Tyson. Should we talk about the tweet where he said force quit? He said they were forced to quit. The three of them were.
Well, my understanding.
Now, what is that? What the hell does that mean?
My understanding of the force quit is just that, which is what I'm pretty sure based on what he said, is that there was no timeout. So that the option was you either had to time out or you could give up and then you were forced to quit. There was no option.
I see. Okay.
That's what I believe it was. So you either solved it or you were forced to quit.
Yeah.
But I just don't get why they would. I would just stand there and hope that Sarah wouldn't be able to solve it either and they would have to figure something out.
Yeah. At the very least. But it just must have been too fucking cold.
I know, but it's just so much money.
Yeah. But that's got to be cold at that altitude.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, it's weird. When they brought them to when they brought them to Iceland for a final, they outfitted them with all this gear from Under Armour for them to like be warm enough and stuff like that. And for this, they didn't even have gloves for being in the cold. It's like it just seems like everything was so scrapped together, you know?
I was shocked they didn't have gloves. Shocked.
Yeah. It really
You'd think they'd get frostbite being up there for that long.
it really blows my mind.
Yeah.
I want to say one thing that I remember. Tyson talked about how, like, whenever people's clothes would go to laundry in the compound, like their laundry was being stolen by a member of production, and a lot of people's clothes are like have gone missing.
What the fuck?
Production was like stealing their nice clothes. Like a lot of people's like favorite clothing is still missing.
What the fuck? It's insane.
Yeah.
Good God, what a show! I tell you,
What a show! What a shit show! But yeah, I mean, I want to hear more from X interviews. Hopefully we can get some people on. No promises. We're not on the official list, but we're gonna try our best. Danny, hi, Kiki. Zoe, we were listening.
We want Zoe on this podcast.
Yes,
we
Zoe,
need
our
it.
business partner.
Yes.
But yeah, what a wild final. I mean, honestly, it was so crazy. I mean, whenever a final is a mess, whenever like a finale of a show is a mess, honestly, I find it kind of entertaining, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people online are like, "This was the worst thing ever." I mean, whenever it's kind of a mess, I'm kind of like, I don't know, wasn't it kind of interesting? Like, I'm like, kind of like, I would have rather had nobody quit, but at least I'm like, whoa, what a mess that was. We have a lot to talk about, you know. I have a lot to read. I'm interested in everybody's perspectives, you know. But
I mean, remember that Survivor season where that guy who had like no confessionals the whole show ended up winning, Chris?
Which time?
Because that twist, you know?
Yeah, I remember texting you because like, I watched it before and I was like, dude, this is the craziest shit ever. Like, everybody was so upset, and you and I were like, Edge of Extinction
It's
is
different.
wild.
It's fun. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it is fun. It made no sense.
I'll take different any day.
I'll take anything that's insane.
Yeah.
My camera's being weird. All right, we're good. Yeah, I mean, you know,
messy is always fun. Always.
I mean, we watch so much reality
It
TV.
can be frustrating, but it's also fun.
Yeah,
I'm just very upset that Sarah won. That's all.
How many reality TV finals have we seen at this point? Definitely over
100.
Oh, at least, man. Maybe
At
over
least.
200. Probably close to 200 individually.
I would say so.
Yeah, because we have like Survivor. I've seen a lot of the challenge, and then there's like Amazing Race, Big Brother, like all that shit. There's some, and then Circle, and then like other random fucking shows that we've watched. Like,
yep,
somewhere between 100 and 200 reality shows finals. Like, it's like you throw me a weird one, I'm gonna go like, ooh, that was interesting.
Yeah.
Can't
No,
be
same. I liked it. I just didn't like
Yeah,
the
I liked
Sarah.
it. It was
I just didn't like the Sarah one.
Yeah, I don't like that part.
That's all.
I don't
That's
like
all.
Sarah.
I would have liked to have seen Justine win it.
But she didn't quit. But I didn't
Yeah.
like that there was that timeout thing. The timeout thing was very suspicious.
Extremely. Yeah. There's something going on there.
And I didn't like that they lied to them about the money. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
They should give us $250,000 though.
I
wouldn't
agree.
be- yeah.
For all the hard work we put into our bingos, you know?
You know, you can give us $250,000 by $5 at a time by going to patreon.com/reality alert. We're recapping Love is Blind season 1 right now. It's really funny. You can do that patreon.com/reality alert. Haven't talked about that enough.
Do we want to play some of our favorite sound bites from this season, Max?
Yeah, I have a really good one right here.
Yum yums here.
It's gonna be mostly Enzo bites, isn't it? That's
Yeah, pretty much.
there's no. I'll tell you, my favorite one was the Leo Katz one where he goes,
Oh yes. What was the? Hold on.
That's one of my favorites when he was doing the trivia. I
Yeah.
love cats.
Yeah, let me find it. Hold on.
My God. The anticipation is killing me right now.
I love cats. Bring it on. I love cats. Bring it on.
I looked up to you, Tyson. You disgust me.
Oh, this is the one.
That's what I yelled when Sarah won.
Yes.
I played Big Brother season 20.
That's not a good one. Oh, there's so many, dude. Well, I forgot that Xavier was on this season.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I know, right?
He's shitting his pants.
If you ain't first, you're last.
How many stitches? Maybe like 3.
Jeez, man.
Maybe like 2, but I'm gonna say 3 because it sounds.
It sounds cool. You were bleeding
Definitely
everywhere,
sounds
though.
Let's get a run of Kiki's.
Say that the fucking rich get richer. This motherfucker won $1 million, doing whatever the fuck he wants. It looks like he's fucking Jesus Christ and shit.
That's a really good one. I really like that one.
In regular life, I am a very good driver. I drive my wife Kiki around everywhere because she is the opposite. She's a horrible driver. So she would know that I am probably the best driver on the road. My wife Kiki would tell me, you better go out there and kill it. You put all that time in to work out, waking me up at 7 o'clock in the morning as you leave to go to the gym. So the only thing I'm thinking about is success, or Kiki's gonna kill me when I make it back home.
The first ever Kiki.
That was the first Kiki.
First Kiki threat.
Yep.
Don't let Kiki.
We were talking about it from the beginning. From
All
the
day.
start.
We knew that Kiki was not to be trifled with.
The only thing that goes into my mind now is don't fall because my friends at home are going to make fun of me. My wife Kiki is going to ask me why I cannot stand on the perch for 5 minutes.
She is.
There's gonna be some pies getting dropped.
What a run for Kiki this season, huh?
I know.
My wife Kiki, I love you. If I die, everything's yours. You can take it, buy whatever you want, as many shoes or purses. You deserve it.
We have a really good one coming up.
That's not an animal. They're gone.
It's an animal.
Great white shark is not an animal.
Yes, it is.
No, it's a fish.
You're an animal.
It's a fish.
It's an animal. It's an animal.
He's so confident.
I know.
No, it's not. These fucking stupid Love Islanders. These
Fish,
idiots.
fucking stupid animal. It's a fish. It's not an animal.
She tries to help me up the ladder. I got it. I got it. I'll get up myself. All right, you already got me looking bad enough on TV. Kiki's gonna kill me when I make it back home.
So is Kiki gonna kill him?
She is. Yeah.
The
No,
ladder.
not now that he won.
Once the check comes in, we don't know if she watches the ladder tape again.
Well, she's a global challenge, you know?
Oh, go! Yeah. He has to prove himself on the global challenge.
Yeah. He better win.
Cats see in the dark. Huh? Shocker, right? I'm kidding. I'm not a cat. Or am I? Who knows?
Man, Leo really went hard on the cat thing, didn't he?
I know.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
How are you? Are you behaving?
Yeah, of course. I just sleep all day like a cat.
Yep, he just never shut up about the fucking cat thing.
Drove Enzo mad.
Well, what a fun time we've had on the Challenge USA. I hope we get another
Absolute
season.
blast. Yeah, me too.
Another seeds.
I thank you, Challenge listeners, for welcoming us to your community. This is
Yes.
We had no idea just how vast and amazing all of you are. We just had a blast interacting with you all this season, and
Yeah.
we want to keep doing it. We want to keep being a part of it.
Yeah. We're here to
Very
stay.
fun. That's right. That's right. We're staying.
Join us tomorrow as we recap maybe the first, at least the first episode of Love is Blind Season 2, After the Altar. It's finally here. We cannot be more excited to see what these crazy guys are up to. We are so excited.
Ooh, honey, little sassy.
We are so excited to get back to see what Deeps is up to. Shayna's gonna be there. Kyle's gonna be there. Nick, Danielle, Jared, Ayana, everybody's gonna be there. All of our BFFs from season 2.
Will Caesar be there?
Caesar's gonna be there.
Will Wendy be there?
Wendy's gonna be there.
Thank God. Thank God.
All our BFFs are gonna be there, and we're gonna be recapping them right on Reality Alert time. The afternoon.
And we may actually finally be getting interviews with this cast. We have been waiting for months and months since that season came out. It's looking like there's a chance we're actually going to get interviews finally.
Netflix is very protective.
They are.
They only let Nick Viall from The Bachelor interview them. I don't know why. But yes, we are very excited. And we will see you all very soon. Stay rascally.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Yeah. It's the place you go when you finish your show. We're your two best friends. Our names are Max and Ben. We're self-proclaimed television experts. It's Reality Alert.